breadless pizza abominations, soggy cracker concoctions, heavy morning hoagies, and meat-free meals are just a few of the fast food experiments that might be headed to the big dumpster in the sky sometime soon. The great meat-free burger boom has come to an end. Carl's Jr., Del Taco, and McDonald's have all introduced, then removed, plant-based burgers in the past few years, with the latter failing to progress past its pilot program after its McPlant failed to spark interest in test markets. Today, Burger King is one of the few fast food chains still boasting a meat-free option on the menu, having introduced their Impossible Whopper in 2019. That offering uses a primarily soy-based patty from Impossible Foods and flame grills it like any other Whopper, and combines it with the typical toppings of tomato, onion, pickle, lettuce, ketchup, and mayo. The Impossible Whopper has been a hit with the plant-based demographic, with some claiming that it tastes so good they panicked thinking they were eating actual meat.
I'm a damn fool.
But is Burger King quietly preparing to scrub the Impossible Whopper from its menu? The signs don't look good. Not only has Burger King confirmed plans to cool its focus on plant-based menu items, but employees have said that the Impossible Whopper is rarely ordered, with one claiming to only make about 6 per day. They're also allegedly a nuisance to make, as they're cooked to order and don't exactly smell amazing during the grilling process. In the late 2000s, McDonald's made a bold move to compete with the successful Starbucks Frappuccino. Its newly launched McCafe menu received a new addition, the Frappe, a creamy, sweet iced drink with the slightest hint of coffee. Today, you can find caramel and mocha frappes on the main McDonald's menu. However, it's not always easy getting your hands on a frappe. Some countries have already removed them from their McCafe menus. Meanwhile, some customers in the US have complained about not being able to secure a frappe at their local store, while others have noted that their go-to location only sells them during the summer months. Other changes that ring alarm bells about the fate of frappes is the elimination of a significant chunk of the McCafe menu in 2023, as well as the decision to reportedly phase out several frappe syrup flavors. While we hope that frappes are popular enough to avoid meeting total decimation, we're going to keep a wary eye on this one.
Yeah, that's pizza. Papa John's is introducing this new menu item made just of toppings, no crust. No crust, y'all.
In theory, Papa Bowls should be delicious, since they're everything you usually find on a pizza, except instead of a doughy base. These toppings are piled into a carb-free plastic bowl. However, the sad reality is that these bowls from Papa John's just don't hit the same as an actual pizza. Reviews have been consistently negative since they debuted in 2022. It's hard to compete with a real pizza, and Papa John's employees have reported that the sales numbers are pretty bad. Multiple anonymous workers on Reddit have alleged that their store only sells a handful of Papa Bowls each week at most. While they're apparently a semi-popular choice among those cutting down on carbs, customers are apparently also turned off after realizing the bowls don't contain pasta, like similar menu items from Domino's and Pizza Hut. With that in mind, it seems like Papa Bowls are on the way out. We wouldn't be shocked if these are culled from the pizzeria's lineup soon. To whoever sat at a Taco Bell boardroom and was brave enough to say, "Imagine a Cheez-It, but 16 times bigger," we salute you. The Mexican-inspired fast food chain went nationwide with its Cheez-It collaboration in May 2024 after its initial test run of the Big Cheez-It Tostada and Big Cheez-It Crunchwrap Supreme received much praise.
When you look inside, that is a Cheez-It inside.
While the tostada combines seasoned beef, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and reduced fat sour cream on a giant Cheez-It, the Crunchwrap Supreme does the same, except it's wrapped in a tortilla and uses nacho cheese. A supersized version of any food is always going to sound like a novelty, but hopes were high considering the fact that Taco Bell is delicious, and merging the two should logically also be delicious. Sadly, Taco Bell's Cheez-It collaboration seems to be more of a spectacle than anything of substance, and reviews have been negative, especially for the Crunchwrap Supreme. The takeout claims that the Cheez-It portion just got soggy, and Redditors noted that the flavors just don't work well together. With reactions like that, it's hard to imagine this graduating from a fleeting summer novelty to a full-time menu item. We're not done with Taco Bell's recent culinary missteps yet. The mainstay Pintos N Cheese is a simple, delicious, straightforward combo of refried beans, red sauce, and a 3-cheese blend that makes for a hearty, protein-packed snack or side dish. Or, as Taco Bell strangely suggests, a crucial part of the soft food diet after undergoing dental work. But according to Taco Bell employees, not everyone appreciates Pintos N Cheese. Taco Bell TikToker Caleb Lennon revealed the truth of the delicious dish.
This is the absolutely least ordered item at my Taco Bell. Most of us at Taco Bell just forget it exists until a customer orders it.
While Taco Bell has never outright cut the Pintos N Cheese, several employees and customers have reported that it's silently been removed, reintroduced, then removed again from their local restaurant's menu. Some have even claimed that they believe it's a regional item, meaning it's not required on every menu nationwide. For now, it definitely still exists at most locations, but don't be too shocked if that changes in the future.
Dave, if you make a grilled chicken sandwich at Wendy's, they will come.
They will?
Wendy's already dealt one blow to the grilled chicken community when it decided to axe the grilled chicken sandwich in April of 2023. Its replacement, the grilled chicken ranch wrap, was never going to be welcomed with loving arms for that very reason. However, it doesn't help that the wrap is just generally not very good. A significant portion of Wendy's regulars agree that the pre-diced chicken is inferior in quality, with some comparing it to plastic. The general consensus is, as one Redditor put it, the chicken is basically the pre-cooked stuff you can get from the store with the fake grill marks. It was not really good at all. While it does have its fans, the fact that Wendy's employees claim it's still heavily promoted in stores even a year after launch is not indicative of a product that's flying off the grill. With the grilled chicken sandwich allegedly canceled for poor sales, it only seems like a matter of time until its even more unpopular successor gets chopped. Some people visit New York for the architecture, the shopping, or the museums. Others are there for the pizza. In April 2024, Domino's decided to bring the Big Apple to the rest of the world by introducing its New York-style pizza with oversized slices, a thin, foldable crust, and copious amounts of gooey cheese. The chain was soon slammed for selling pizza that was New York in name, but not in nature. Pizza fans slammed the lack of a chewy crust and the inclusion of too much sauce.
There is no comparison between a New York slice and Domino's.
To Domino's credit, the texture is nearly there, even if it's occasionally a bit too soggy. However, those who feel strongly about the authenticity of New York pizza have slammed the attempt, with one Redditor declaring, "It tastes like it's Domino's, there's nothing New York about it." Some have pointed to Domino's reliance on oil as a reason why it'll never compare to actual New York pizza. As one customer put it, a good New York pizzeria achieves a perfect cook without using nearly as much. Despite hoping its launch would lure in new customers, Domino's failed to meet expectations in the second quarter of 2024. Combined with public sentiment that ranges from indifference to being insulted for all New Yorkers, we wouldn't be surprised if the New York-style pizza is one day quietly given a cement pizza box and tossed into the Hudson River. Fried chicken may be the main attraction at Popeyes, but every loyal customer knows that the sides deserve just as much attention. However, some are decidedly more popular than others, with red beans and rice often placing towards the bottom in rankings of Popeyes dishes. Despite being a classic in Creole cuisine, Popeyes has gotten rid of the red beans and rice in the past. In early 2024, the fast food chain scrubbed the side from its Canadian menu, leaving customers in the US fearful that they might be next. They also got rid of their Cajun rice and green beans back in 2021, suggesting there's already some strong anti-rice feelings at Popeyes HQ. There's plenty of reasons why we're rooting for Popeyes to keep the red beans and rice. The restaurant is already lacking vegetarian options, and it's also one of the healthier items on the menu, otherwise nearly exclusively composed of sodium and carbs. We're hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst.
The beans weren't much good anyway.
When was the last time you dropped by Subway for breakfast? If the answer is never, you're not alone. The sandwich chain introduced its breakfast menu back in April of 2010, but it's notoriously struggled to drum up early morning eaters. 8 years later, the chain partially abandoned its foray into the breakfast market, dropping the requirement for all stores to be open by 7 a.m. and allowing each location to opt out of serving breakfast altogether. Market research found that 43% of Subway customers didn't visit for breakfast, and 19% 40% didn't even know it was an option. As of 2024, a significant number of Subway stores do still offer egg-based breakfast sandwiches and wraps. However, the tide hasn't really turned on their popularity. Subway's breakfast menu has made headlines for serving eggs with a concerningly high number of ingredients, while customers have generally disliked the quality of the food. While the breakfast menu has done an impressive job of clinging on to life so far, it wouldn't be totally surprising if Subway did decide to pull the plug. Panda Express is famous worldwide for their Americanized take on classic Chinese cuisine. The most iconic offering is the delicious orange chicken, but several other dishes, like the honey sesame chicken breast and Beijing beef, have also become firm fan favorites. One dish that allegedly lacks that level of popularity is the mushroom chicken. Often considered one of the healthier offerings from Panda Express, this combines chicken and mushrooms with zucchini and sauce to deliver 13 grams of protein and 220 calories per serving. But is anybody really going to Panda Express for a healthy treat? Panda Express employees have reported that the mushroom chicken is rarely ordered. As a result, it usually has to be made fresh. As one chef explained on Reddit, "Our wok flame is super weak, so it takes forever for the chicken to cook. In the meantime, the 45-year-old Karen who ordered it is giving you the stink eye because they have to wait 5 minutes." While Panda Express has made no official comment on discontinuing the mushroom chicken, some restaurants already don't offer it for delivery. Mushroom chicken lovers, prepare yourselves for the end.